Good evening, welcome to Washington. I'm Brett Baer. In a holiday season that's supposed to be about life, love, and redemption, there is death, anger, and calls for retaliation after a Monday before Christmas that featured 2 deadly terror attacks in Europe. Russian investigators are in Turkey, where the Russian ambassador was assassinated by a gunman who may have had help. This afternoon, ISIS claimed responsibility for the attack in Berlin that left 12 victims dead. Many people, including President-elect Donald Trump, had already assumed that connection to Islamic terrorism. We begin tonight in Germany, where the search is on for the truck driver, and critics are already blaming Chancellor Angela Merkel's controversial open-door immigration policy. Senior Foreign Affairs correspondent Greg Palkot is in Berlin tonight. Good evening, Greg.
Hi, Brett. The word from the police chief of Berlin to the residents of this city tonight: be vigilant. The question is, though, did slip-ups by the authorities hurt the effort to find those responsible for the carnage?
Berlin is on high alert tonight amid new information that the person responsible for last night's attack at a Christmas market in the heart of the German capital is still at large. 12 people were killed, including 6 Germans, 48 injured, including 18 seriously, when a 25-ton truck loaded with cargo rammed into crowds of people.
A truck drove in there and simply drove over people.
Authorities today said they are certain the act was intentional, and they are working under the assumption it was terror. The attacker shooting and stabbing to death the driver before hijacking the truck.
We don't have any doubts that the horrendous deed yesterday was an attack.
They also know the man they arrested last night, said to be fleeing the scene, a 23-year-old Pakistani asylum seeker in Germany for just a year, did not do it. He was released on insufficient evidence. Now they're looking anew for a cold-blooded killer and trying to figure out what group was behind him. Late today, it was announced through the ISIS propaganda arm that the so-called vehicular attacker was a soldier of the so-called Islamic State. The act has all the hallmarks of an ISIS-linked attack, similar to the one in Nice, France, earlier this year, when a truck rammed into crowds, killing 86. ISIS has been threatening another such attack, and Washington has been warning about it.
We cannot make any final and conclusive claims and statements regarding the definite background.
What is also certain is that German Chancellor Angela Merkel is very much on the hot seat. Her policy of allowing in nearly 900,000 refugees last year is seen by some as adding to insecurity here. Today she acknowledged that terror had struck her country.
Even if it's difficult at this hour, we will find the strength to live life the way we want to do it in Germany, free, united and openly.
Words Germans tonight, dealing with their first mass casualty attack, are trying to take to heart.
We thought it wasn't going to really happen, but now it did, and yeah, just heartbroken, you know.
Whatever happened, it's terrible, and it's terrible that so many people died.
The response of one German official tonight: we are in a state of war. If that is the case, then the opening shots were fired right here. Brett.
Greg Palkot in Berlin. Greg, thank you.